Wagwan squad. The very first video I made on this channel was a soup recipe. It's been a while, so let's cook another pot of soup. This soup is popular in the Caribbean. Jamaicans have their version, but it's not as popular as red pea soup, but it's still loved. I made a community post and a lot of you came close but still didn't get it. Almost, Richard G, almost. So today I'm making Jamaican style pepperpot soup. This tastes so damn good. I'm curious as to why it's not more popular. It's loaded with delicious vegetables and perfectly balanced between rich and light. Welcome back, hope you have been doing good and thanks for tuning in. Now let's cook some soup. The first thing we need to prep is the meat. I'm using pickled pig's tail, but corned beef or salted beef is a popular alternative, or you can even use both. For a vegetarian option, just drop all the meat. I'm going to chop these into smaller pieces. The bones will be really hard in the pig's tail, so it's probably easier to cook first then cut, but they will take a bit longer to cook if I leave them cold. Pickled pig's tail is obviously really salty, so I'm going to give this a couple rinse to remove some of the salt and cover with fresh water. Pig's tail adds a really rich creamy taste to the soup that's extremely satisfying. This is going to take about 35 to 45 minutes to cook. I didn't, but you might have to change the boiling water a couple times to get the salt level down. You could even soak in fresh water overnight before cooking. While that's boiling away, I'm going to prep my vegetables for efficient workflow, and I'll get into what kind of vegetables I used in a minute. When the pig's tail is close to fork tender, we can remove it from the fire. I will be cooking it for another 30 to 40 minutes, so I'm accounting for that when I turn off the fire. But you don't have to overthink it like me, just cook till soft. I'm making the soup in this same exact pot, so I'm removing the pig's tail and the boiling water. Going to give the pot a quick wipe so the residual stuff doesn't burn when I get to sauteing my seasons. Turn the heat back on and I'm adding a generous splash of olive oil and just let that heat up. Now I'm going to start building flavors. This is about 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic. Add that in. 1 diced onion. This is about 2 tablespoons as well. No problem if you use more. 2 tablespoons of diced celery. Celery adds a ton of flavor to the soup, especially if it's sauteed. Keep that moving so it doesn't burn. This smells super delicious, and it's actually here that we start to build a lot of that nice flavor we taste when the soup is done. I'm being careful not to let them brown. I'm looking for a lighter flavor than what caramelized garlic or onions will give me. Next, I'm also adding 2 tablespoons of chopped spring onion or scallion, both greens and whites. We are using everything. Saute that some more. We want to let the scallion start to wilt. Next, add about a dozen dried allspice or pimento berries. This is the quintessential Jamaican ingredient. A generous sprig of thyme. I want a lot of thyme flavor throughout the soup. Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm leaving it whole so I get more flavor and less heat. Next, we want to add callaloo. If you don't have callaloo, spinach is a nice substitute. Leafy green flavor is big in this soup, and that comes from callaloo. Non-Jamaican or non-Caribbean people may know this as green amaranth or Chinese spinach. It's very nutritious, so you might want to add it to your diet. I'm adding some of the pig's tail boiling water. It doesn't taste salty at all and it still has some good flavor. It's important that you pay attention to the salt level of everything you add, because this soup will easily end up salty, so be conservative. I'm going to cover and let everything boil for 5 minutes. I will be blending this, so when all the vegetable is nice and tender, after about 5 minutes, I'm going to remove the thyme so I don't choke the blender or make a mess. Turn the heat off for safety reasons and add a next handful of callaloo. Go ahead and blend. I'm using an immersion blender, but you could easily do this in a regular one. I'm trying to not blend that scotch bonnet pepper. I'm not blending it super smooth though, because I want the soup to have some texture from the uneven bits of callaloo. Its texture is really nice and it has a delicious, satisfying green smell. Most Jamaican soup have pumpkin as a backbone ingredient and pepperpot soup is no exception. A cup of diced pumpkin is good enough here. I'm also adding about a cup of diced carrot, diced yellow yam. You could also add dashi in cocoa, breadfruit and green banana to the soup at this point. Pepperpot is usually loaded with starchy vegetables, but this is a small pot of soup and I'm keeping it light. Next, I'm adding about 2 cups of coconut milk for that nutty rich flavor. Coconut milk is a key ingredient in so much of our local food. Now for the pig's tail. I'm going to discard all that liquid. It's done its job. It was mostly to remove the salt and I used a bit, but the rest is kinda useless. Just drain off all of that. I'm going to chop these into bite-sized pieces. It's much easier to do now as opposed to when they were raw because the bone in the pig's tail are now really soft. Chewing on the bones is extremely pleasurable because they are so rich and full of flavor and the texture is nice too. Now add back all that pig's tail to the pot. As I mentioned earlier, you could also use salted beef, but you still have to monitor salt levels closely. Speaking of salt, the next ingredient is chicken noodle soup mix or cock soup mix. Essential in every Jamaican soup, but it is salty, so when planning to make your soup, be sure to account for the salt in this ingredient. You can sub with bouillon cubes or leave it out altogether if you can't find this ingredient. The soup is plenty rich and flavorful already. I'm just going to leave that to simmer for a couple of minutes. While that's simmering, I'm going to make some spinners. This is another Jamaican staple soup ingredient. It's basically noodle-shaped dumplings that add a satisfying bite to the soup. I'm using about 1/4 cup of flour and just enough coconut milk to make a dough. Spinners are usually made from flour and water. I wanted to use up the coconut milk, so I just did. I don't typically add salt to spinners because the soup ends up flavoring them. Just knead until all the flour is hydrated. Super easy. That's perfect. These are one of the best things. I really enjoy them in a good bowl of soup. Now, let's make some spinners. Just pinch off a piece of dough about this size. Roll it between both palms back and forth to make a noodle looking dumpling. I personally like to get them as thin as possible. I'm really not sure, but I think this motion is probably why we call them spinners. Jamaicans not only put spinners in soups, but also stews, like stew peas is really popular. Spinners will also help to thicken the soup, so if you want a lighter soup, skip them or use a lot less than I'm using here. Just cover that and let it simmer for a few minutes to cook the spinners. This soup is loaded. It's really coming together, but we're not done yet. Next, I'm adding okra. I'm adding this close to the end because I still want them to be crunchy and not too slimy. This smells delicious and everything is cooked perfectly. We're almost there, but before I take it off the stove, I'm going to add some more callaloo to add some fresh green flavor to the soup. It doesn't take very long to cook, just a few minutes. Adding callaloo at different stages of the cooking creates a satisfying complex flavor. I'm just going to give this another minute. It started really pouring outside, so this is probably the best time to have a hot, healthy bowl of soup. And in honor of my very first video on YouTube, I'm going to use that same mug from over a year ago. This soup is loaded but still manages to not be too heavy. If you don't enjoy thick stew-like soups, you can skip the spinners and use less vegetables for something lighter, but this right here is a healthy complete meal. I like spice in my soup, so I'm adding some sliced Scotch bonnet pepper right at the end. I purposely didn't break the pepper in the beginning to keep the soup mild. It's much better letting everyone adjust spice levels themselves over making one pot of soup that not everyone will enjoy. Alright, time to try the sip. Nice and hot. I really like to go for the okra first before they get mushy and slimy. Delicious. Now for a piece of the pig's tail. This is one of the best things about Pepperpot soup. The pig's tail have a variety of textures that's really pleasing. Bone, skin, muscles gives contrasting mouthfeels that make finding a piece of pig's tail such a joy. And the bone at this point is so soft you can easily bite right into it. Alright squad, this was an absolute pleasure. Make sure you give this one a try and let me know how it got in the comments.